Welcome to VSM TV. I'm Carol Roy, live at Citrix Synergy 2010, and with me today is Wes Wasson, the Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at Citrix. How are you today, Wes?
I'm doing fantastic, Carol. Beautiful day in San Francisco.
Absolutely, you can't beat it. What a great way to kick off this year's Synergy event. Now, let's go back to your background a little bit. You came to Citrix in 2005 as part of its acquisition of NetScaler, so obviously a lot of your background is in there. Since that time, what have been the most notable changes that you've seen coming down the pike for the NetScaler product line?
It's been phenomenal, Carol. I mean, think about, NetScaler's real claim to fame is that, this is the networking infrastructure that basically powered the internet, right? And our vision in bringing that into the Citrix portfolio was to say, look, all the things that are going to happen in the data center, both your own data center and external clouds and internet providers, are going to be all around this much more virtual environment. The kinds of things that NetScaler does are going to be a great fit for that. But it was always these big iron systems. And the most profound change, I think, across the board has been, now that NetScaler is part of a virtualization company who thinks about software and who thinks about elasticity, we've taken all that power and done things like transformed it into a virtual appliance. So now customers buy a NetScaler VPX, spin up an instance in a VM, run it on standard software in their data center, and they're getting all the power that's running all these major sites right there. And you run it just like a software feature. You don't even have to understand networking to do it. So that's one. The second thing, we've tried to do a lot more innovation around the pricing and make it much more flexible, much more like buying a cloud service. So for example, unlike the sort of traditional networking type of players, that you always end up buying way too much capacity, just for those peak periods. NetScaler now comes with a really innovative pay-as-you-go pricing. So you buy like a simple 2U device that has exactly what you need today, and then as your capacity grows, as your traffic grows, as the application demands grow, you just do a simple license key, pay us when you need it, and you grow the capacity. What could be simpler?
Absolutely. And you mentioned something that's coming out this week that you're announcing at Synergy, the burst packs. Tell us about those.
Yeah, this is kind of a fun one. So, the actual inspiration for the name here, it comes from, I used to run cross country when I was a kid, and you get those little energy gel packs that you buy today, and for extra burst of energy, cyclists and runners use them. And the idea is, you take a couple with you when you're running, and you turn that corner, and there's this massive hill in front of you. You break it open, you get that extra little burst of energy to go over the hill, but you don't need that same energy through the entire area. We think that's the same exact kind of environment that you have on the NetScaler side. So with NetScaler now, we've got these pay-as-you-grow burst packs. So you've got a normal capacity. Now let's say you get a great press article comes out, traffic surges to your site, or you hit a seasonal peak, or whatever reason you've got these bursty type things. You buy the little burst pack, break it open, add the license key, and for a 90-day period, you can scale that capacity up to the maximum possible limit, and then it scales back down. So you're never paying for more than you actually need. So it's a very cool concept. I think what customers love about this is to say, I like the cloud stuff, and I'm going to be using some of that, but I want to have those economic and elasticity benefits today in what I'm doing in my virtual data center now. And it's really about saying, the servers will become more elastic, the storage will become more elastic. Why can't the network too?
Now, the Citrix Synergy tagline, a little bit that I've seen downstairs, is really the convergence of virtualization, networking, and cloud. And Citrix has been top of the line in doing that with all of their product lines. Cloud computing is a huge following right now. Yep. Really, what boosts has all of the Citrix products seen from this surge of cloud interest, and how are you guys addressing that through either the announcements made recently today and things you're looking at in the future?
Yeah, so cloud has been really an interesting phenomenon to watch, and I think the first wave, it was mainly the CIOs who'd read the publications and say, wow, this is the stuff of dreams, and the IT guys going, this is it's never going to work or whatever. And I think now we're at the point where there's enough reality out there in the large cloud providers that is becoming really keen interest across the board. And so one of the things that Citrix is going to be announcing in day 2 of our Synergy conference is a new set of Citrix cloud solutions. And without going into all the detail on it, effectively the idea behind this is recognizing that what customers really need today, this idea that you're going to just suddenly outsource your entire data center to a cloud or move all these things over is silly. If it ever happens, it certainly won't be in the near term. But what is actually very profound is the idea that you can go to a service provider and say, this is the area that I need help on from an IT perspective. I want to do disaster recovery in the cloud. I don't want to have stage this entire data center and just keep it up there and humming, hoping that that nothing happens. Or dev test, or maybe desktops as a service, and a virtual desktop from a cloud, or all these types of things. So we're coming out with a series of 7 different cloud solutions that are very targeted to these areas. And the real innovation here is not just that it's based on Citrix virtualization networking technology, which it is, but we're doing it in a very open environment that allows the cloud provider, each individual cloud provider, to come in and add their own innovation and their own IP. And it's something you're just not getting from other providers. The cloud providers just absolutely love this, because each of them have these great ideas, and if they're forced into these proprietary stacks, then they look like just everybody else. And so you're going to see us announce that strategy, us announce the 7 initial solutions, and you'll see some of the big names in cloud computing come out and announce their first services based on these. So exciting stuff.
Absolutely. Well, Wes, thanks so much for spending some time with us today. Best of luck this week. We look forward to hearing from you again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.